the background? Crowd surf? I ain't finna crowd surf with them racists. I'm eating apple cider gummies. Help keep me off the sodas. But I don't know why when I was generating a picture earlier, I couldn't type in Greg Bovino. I guess because Trump blocked him. And I had to type in lesbian grandma, and then I got the picture of him for the thumbnail. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, we talking about... Let me go ahead and go to the article. We're talking about this dude right here, Greg Bovino. Oh, I wanted to show y'all who I'm talking about. Pull him back up. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. But he just got fired, like, yesterday. What is today? January 27th. It's Tuesday. Yeah, so he got fired, like, yesterday by Trump through Trump's Truth Social. Through his social media. And he blocked, by the way. He got blocked. He can't get on his employee social media. I don't work at places where you have to be on some type of like group text or social media bullshit to be working there. Because I feel like that's not work. But anyways, that's what we're talking about right now. The commander of ICE, you know, even though that like majority of people are saying we're using that as a catch-all because most of the people who are doing these violent crimes are border agents, and that's actually who's being replaced for Greg Bovino is Tom Homan, who is the border czar. That's his title, a border agent, and they're actually more violent than ICE. So I feel that's why Trump got frustrated and fired Bovino and switched him out for Tom Homan, because Tom Homan is more violent and he's going to be more violent. I feel for Trump, Bovino wasn't executing people mass enough, quickly enough. Let's get into the articles. If y'all want to read the articles that... Oh, by the way, follow me on Newsbreak, which is one of my favorite apps that I'm into right now. If you're pro-life, pro-color, pro-Mary, then you're going to like the articles that I'm posting. Oh, and someone become my first subscriber, because you can subscribe to me now on Newsbreak, which is pretty cool. I love this news channel pretty much. It pulls a lot of sources like AP. Sometimes I see what is it? There's another I forgot what they're called. Guardian. Sometimes they'll pull Guardian articles. But why I like Newsbreak is that it talks about news first that's local to you, like, you know, like your state. And you can go in the comments and read what people's opinion are. So it could explain to you more about the article that you're reading or the law that your state legislator may be passing. And then they talk about global issues too. But my favorite part about it is that we can communicate and I can hear what regular average Joe people are saying. So there's a lot of black, native, and pro-left people. We want to keep it this way on Newsbreak. The MAGAs try to come, but they just humiliate themselves in the comments. Let's get to this right here. The commander. That's what Greg Bovino is. The director, we're going to get on to him within this article. ICE Commander Greg Bovino humiliated by Trump's social media, blocked, marked for early retirement. Which, you know, how many people are out there wishing for early retirement? Ain't that a blessing? Motherfuckers complaining. And then, just do a little body analysis. He look like he finna cry. That's what I wanted to ask, Bovino. What you finna get Bovino? What you, oh man, finna get Bovino? Why are you crying or looking upset? You knew Trump was a narcissist. Everybody told you he a narcissist. If you help him, he gonna stab you in the back. So you got stabbed in the back. What's wrong with that? You knew that was gonna happen. You knew that was gonna happen. So anyways, thanks for the views, for the people who come through. And I'm citing the articles in the description of the video. We sincerely hope. Oh, David James is the person who wrote this article, because I think he was really good at writing this article. We sincerely hope Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino didn't see this coming. How did you not see this coming? You're helping a narcissist. Just a day ago, he was gleefully justifying his men's street execution of innocent ICU nurse Alex Pretty, that's how I pronounce his last name, who was shot repeatedly after coming to aid of a woman who'd been pepper sprayed. And he died a hero. Bless him, he passed, but he passed a hero. Trump magagoons launched into a familiar playbook before Pretty's body was cold, smearing the murdered man as bloodthirsty domestic terrorist was about to open fire on some poor little ICE agent. The one problem was that their lies once again directly contradicted the video evidence from multiple angles. Which, yeah, there's photos, there's videos, there's multiple angles of ICE executing. It's like a purge, executing Alex Pretty, which is ridiculous because who are you getting? Immigrants? Or are you getting, this is, obviously if Trump is a white supremacist, he's a bad white supremacist, because aren't you supposed to be, while you're taking out other colors, you're supposed to be protecting white people. You kill Renee Good, she's white. You kill Alex Pretty, he's white. You don't even look out for your own. You don't even look out for your own. And that's just something I remember from, you know, like learning about segregation in the past. And those were the main things that they had hollered about. But I do want to sidetrack a bit how I feel that a lot of people copy Hitler with this self-loathing shit. So when I was in school, I guess a lot of people didn't learn some of the things that I did. I had pretty interesting teachers. One was a lot of our teachers were Irish. Some were German, but they were really cool. So anyways, Hitler was born Jewish. His mother is Jewish, making him Jewish. Later in life, he converted to Catholicism, but he's still a born Jew. So I have always thought that was weird. Even though people talk about the original Jews being black, the Jews during the Holocaust, majority of them that they were rolling up in Germany look white. So I've always thought that was weird that white people, Hitler, you're killing Jewish people, you're killing people of your own culture, you're killing yourself. I've always thought that was weird, and I really do see a common pattern. And I think it's weird that instead of people learning the moral of his story, don't go around being nasty and hateful, and definitely don't do those self-loathing shit and kill a bunch of Jews when you a Jew, because then later in history you're gonna look dumb as fuck. I mean, you know, I thought people would have learned from that story of Hitler. Don't rape your niece, because that shit is weird, and incest too. But, because he was raping his niece. That dude had such a very fucked up, interesting life. Like, when I looked up Rasputin, I thought Rasputin's life was going to be like Hitler. But Hitler and Trump, they'd be more similar lives. And Rasputin, he was having sex with everybody, but he was nice and everything. And he was paying ladies' bills and shit. That dude his life was more like Casanova. Anyways, I know I got off topic, but I've never understood why people copy Hitler with this self-loathing shit that he was a Jew, born a Jew, mother a Jew, and he's killing Jews. To me, it just seemed like dumbassery shit with some more dumbassery shit with some more dumbassery shit, and we're gonna top it off with some dumbassery shit. I was just like, these people. Worse, couldn't you have picked a more sympathetic victim? Pretty had devoted his life to caring for injured veterans. And the administration's attempt to say that he had it coming for legally carrying a firearm has resulted in catastrophic backlash from Republican base. Bovino has been removed of his role as Border Patrol. Let's look at this.
Calling law enforcement names like Gestapo or using the term kidnapping. That is a choice that is made. There are actions and consequences that come from those choices. And then when you choose, when someone chooses to listen to a politician, a so-called journalist, a community leader, that spouted that type of vilification towards law enforcement or anything else, when you choose to listen to that, that is a choice, and there are consequences and actions there also. I think we saw that yesterday.
I ain't choose to listen to none of Trump dumbass shit. Y'all be forcing me to. I might as well listen because he fucking up. I ain't want to listen. Y'all got me like Bird Box. Listen, look at what y'all did. Look what you did. I'm like, no! Why you do that? That's so new. For real. Oh my god, I feel like I need to play what the fuck he said again. I really don't, because it's just gonna piss me off. Never mind. He talking about when you call people Nazis and shit. Bitch, you is a Nazi. If you walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, you a duck. Look at your haircut. Look at your outfit. That's not law enforcement. You killed people. You killed white people. How come white people ain't mad? How come white people are not January 6th mad? And you gotta go to court. Sucks. The so far unidentified ICE goon, what you talking about? Jonathan Ross? Who pulled the trigger must face legal consequences. But for now, okay, Jonathan Ross, that's the other one. They're locating him. They probably got his name already. The one who, both of them actually, it was a team effort. It was a tag team effort. The two agents that killed Pretty. The so far identified ICE goon who pulled the trigger must face legal consequences. But for now, Bovino is being set up to take the fall. Yeah, duh. You're in charge. So I kind of agree with what people are saying. It shouldn't matter like what specific, I mean, it does matter what specific person killed who. But like after a while, like the American people are saying, we're not going to be able to keep up with you. So, like, kind of like during the Nuremberg trials, if you were a Nazi, you were getting trialed. So at this point, right, if you're a modern Nazi, you're getting trialed. That's the way it should be. So, duh, Bovino, yeah, I mean, you're in charge of delivering your commands from the director. You're in charge of keeping people in line and making sure they don't get out of hand. You didn't care. You don't, well, that's his orders, right, from Trump, since they believe they're supposed to follow Trump instead of the American people and the Constitution. But that's only sense. That only makes sense. You're not going to give up who the ICE agent is. They're going to find out whoever that federal agent was that killed the Alex Pretty. They're going to find out who that is. But this is wonderful justice for Minnesota. Justice for Minnesota. It's not cool. Like, you know how kind of like he said, you just, sticks and stones will hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. You got called a Nazi. Oh, you got called. Oh, because you acted like a Nazi. You got called a Nazi. Poor Nazi. Poor racist Nazi. But you just took somebody's life. And the members of the family, their loved ones, are going to be crying at least for 5 years. Most people are not going to be functional acting like Erica Kirk. Stand on people's graves and shit. That was only her. That's really messed up. Taking people's lives. Stealing people's lives. That is really messed up. So there's going to be consequences. If there's consequences for words calling someone a Nazi, there's definitely going to be some type of consequences for killing and stealing someone's life. Or unaliving someone. YouTube, you're able to be more free with your words. So, though not officially confirmed, multiple sources confidently reported that Bovino is being thrown out of Minnesota in disgrace, that access to the Department of Homeland Security social media account have been blocked, and that he'll be shuffled into early and humiliating retirement at relatively a young age. How is that humiliating? I don't have to kill nobody for you no more, Trump. Little did you know that was the part of my plan. I wouldn't have did that at all, though. I would got my money some other way. And then you know Trump gonna mess with his retirement, so I don't even know why he was tangling with Trump. Now Trump about to attack you. You didn't do it right. If you did it right for a narcissist like Trump, you just still ain't do it right. All right. Don't you see Melania in prison? But that man, we was wondering when he was going to prison so she could be free. American free. Oh, I'll be doing other things. Multitasking. All right. What happened? Though it's not officially confirmed, it's been officially confirmed on Trump's social. That's him confirming stuff. Take a Nazi photo like that. Wow, Greg Bovino admits that he owned his Nazi-style coat since 1990s, and his admiration goes even deeper than that thought. Anybody who loves Hitler, idealizes Hitler, looks at Hitler like they Jesus. Like I already said to y'all earlier in this video how dumb I think they are. Hitler was the number one man in this universe to self-loathe. He was born a Jew, his mother was a Jew, and you going around killing Jews. What the fuck? It really do remind me of these European immigrants. These racist European immigrants, though. The racist European descendants. Do you understand what that means? Do I need to talk in layman's terms? The racist white people who came from Europe. Because I'm not talking about the ones who ain't. I'm talking about the ones who are racist. And like, if you sit up there, they all of them say to me, I live in the South. I'm in the South right now, and all of them are like, my grandfather came from Germany, Poland. Where the fuck else? They be telling me, UK, Wales. Their grandfather be coming from, grandma, whoever else. They forefathers. I got ancestors. They got forefathers. They forefathers be coming in. And so this is just what doesn't make sense to me. You are an immigrant from overseas. Even though I don't want to go deeper than that and start confusing them. I want them, I'm always going to remind European descendants how they arrived to America and the slaughtering and killing that they did. And the people that they stole from their homeland, bringing them to another nation and murdering and killing them too. And then you got motherfuckers, Jesse Water and people up here talking like, oh, we conquer. No. But then y'all get mad when people call y'all racist. Then you get mad when people don't want to engage with y'all. Then y'all get mad when y'all get hate crimes and court cases and that and that. And then you get mad when they call them Republicans KKK. It just don't make no sense. Then you get mad that everybody finna shun y'all like some revelations. Then y'all got mad because that coat was ugly and you really thought that you was doing something. I know you was cold as hell in that coat. It did not look right in the snow. Who said that? Oh, was that Gavin? Da-da-da! The real superhero! Without the capes. This is quite a fall for guys who have spent the last few weeks strutting around and appearing with SS cosplay. SS is Hitler. That was another name for the Nazis. And some racist KKK people will still use the SS emblem today. So that's how, if you see that, especially in the South, you already know right off the bat that's somebody who is an extreme Nazi. Because we still have, as you see, we still have Nazis today. Hurling tear gas grenades at protesters and gleefully overseeing the largest attack on American citizens' constitutional rights in decades. Bovino's direct boss, Kristi Noem, has been in a lockstep with her subordinate throughout the last few weeks. Yeah, and she's like doing meetings with Trump for hours now. Like, what type of hour meetings are you doing? Did you suck it his day? Anyway, come on, we gotta ask this with Kristi. Nice Barbie. She do that with everybody. I guess that's how she move up in her career. This means it's the safest to assume that the order to strip Bovino of his job came directly from Trump himself. We saw it on his social media. I'm not gonna sit up here and contemplate dumb shit. ICE gives Trump cold feet. Well, why'd you create a monster that you cannot contain? V for Vendetta, said Greg Bovino. If you call federal agents kidnappers or Gestapo, there will be consequences. Greg Bovino loses job. Come on, man. Why you gonna say he said it on the microphone to Americans? Americans said, okay. The next day, boom, Greg Bovino loses that job. Don't you know? You can't be losing that job that you had, though. Gregory? Mr. Greg? You can't lose that job that you was doing, Greg. Now you gotta go to OnlyFans. Nobody wants to see that crazy SS shit. Only it's gonna be gay. It's gonna be the wrong gay. Only a fool. Only a fool. I can't believe I read that in the article. I read this earlier. Would presume to know what's going on in Trump's rat nest of a brain right now. That's why I said who wrote this article was amazing. But it certainly appears that he is getting serious cold feet about ICE thugs terrorizing ordinary Americans in his name. Yeah, you killing white people. You just so wrong. You definitely ain't going to no white part of heaven. For the people, I'd be joking a lot. For the people who might be coming through new, we doubt he cares too much about individuals being detained, brutalized, and shot in the head, but he definitely cares about his own personal popularity, which is catering after nightly footage of heavy armed and masked goons waging war against the American people dominates the news. But the buck cannot be stopped with Bovino. Kristi Noem must also the music for her role in the ongoing atrocities in Minneapolis. And just as Governor Tim Walz has promised, we must see persecutions of individual ICE agents for heinous crimes they've committed on the streets of Minneapolis. Get justice, get justice, get justice, Tim, get justice, get justice, get justice, get justice. He's a Tim. That's a Timmer. Alright, it's Timmy! People named Tim are good people. Well, at least Mr. Tim Walz is. I don't know why. You know, that's why Kristi don't be talking shit about him. Because she over here having meetings with Trumps for hours. And she got a sex addiction. So, and then Trump got a sex addiction too. So, I don't know why. What the fuck? Is she wearing a squirrel? What is that? Are you wearing snake skin? I don't want to get tied up in every damn story. There go Alex right there. I wanted to show y'all a picture of him. See, he looked lovely. And then earlier I looked at my phone. It was a crazy picture of Trump right there looking crazy, hollering, mouth open, screaming. I said, oh my God, what would you scare me for? It's terrorization. It's terrorism on the phone. Oh, somebody clocked Kristi Noem. They clock Kristi Noem every day. All the days. Hello. Oh, I thought somebody said something. What? He is a great man. I don't understand what some of y'all should be saying. How the entire world sees the United States. Oh, then you put Bovino right there. Hey, man. Some people talented. Y'all really got good craft. What movie is that again? I ended 8 War. When did you do that? You got pictures? You know when you had did that? Let me see the pictures of the 8 wars you had ended. He ended them 8 wars in his mind. Don't let him disappear. He needs to be jailed. What are you talking about for what? Let me downvote that. Jimbo, don't come up talking dumb. We need smart Jimbos. Just, go through some memes. With the diapers. I don't understand why Trump said that Biden wear diapers when you look at Biden and he on the beach. And I'm pretty sure you can't wear a diaper on the beach. That might be uncomfortable with the sand in your diaper. And here go Trump, never on the beach. And his wife is throwing out diapers from the White House window. Like, why would you even say that? You let everybody know, Trump, that you wear a diaper. And then he shot up the Kennedy Center. And now he don't want to pay for it. It's crazy, man. I would be mad if that was my dad. I know some of us have some crazy dads, but I would have to say, Dad, chill your ass out. What? And a huge defeat for MAGA. Like, it's like football wars. Hey, y'all talk about politics. Greg Bovino is fired from his job as head as Border Patrol after ICE shot dead several innocent Americans and terrorized American cities. Honestly, the first thing they need to do, good riddance. The first thing y'all ICE need to do as soon as they go to Maine, just put a gun up to a cop. Boom. Then y'all can have the court case and they can be out. My city right now actually is trying to do a court case where their ICE is not allowed, even though Buddy Carter, he keep asking ICE to come through for free, and he don't even want to charge them nothing. So already all people in Atlanta, they know he retarded. But yeah, right now they want to keep they're talking about keep ICE out of DeKalb right now, out of Decatur. If you are safe, stay away from all the commotion. But what is another article that I read? They're trying to make it in my city, in Atlanta, where they can arrest ICE, because they already know they're gonna get ready to start killing people here. They did in Tennessee, and yeah, that's a court case that they're trying to win, is to just go ahead and have the police be able to arrest ICE. We're not there. My city's not the city that I'm in right now currently, that I'm born in. It's not the only city that's talking about that in America. But to the last of my knowledge, ICE got kicked out of Minnesota. And apparently some court has ignored that whatever restrictions that ICE had on Minnesota have been lifted. Well, they can just get put right back on there, and they will, because it's not okay to be going around killing people. And I mean, what I think is crazy is, this is what I think, that it's so crazy how some racist white people, Nazis, are convincing in their mind to go around and kill other people, regardless of the color. You're not from America, and you're coming here. I learned that racist white people went all around the world putting walls everywhere. Besides China, they felt a reason to put their own wall. But the racist white people coming from Europe are putting walls everywhere. On top of it, you're separating indigenous people. You don't realize that Mexicans, South Americans are Native American. They're indigenous. What are you doing? And then, so what you gonna do? Beat them up because you don't care to learn about someone else's culture. So you keep banging on these people. You keep killing these people. You keep doing the fucked up atrocities that you did in the past, you're doing now. Then they sit up here playing dumb. Why you calling me Nazi? Why you calling me the scapo? Why are you eating my face, Trump? Like what? Like, Bovino, why are you looking like you finna cry just because Trump and the lepers is eating your face? Everybody told you that narcissist was gonna do that. ICE. The Nazi had immunity too until Hitler died. Then they were hanged. That's my favorite one that everybody's passing around. Yeah, that's why nobody likes your talking about. I haven't seen liberals this upset since yesterday. That's the type of shit. So Jimbo's a Republican, but that's a MAGA KKK Republican. That's the type of shit that got you one upvote instead of 20 million. See, look, he got 3 already. He got more than the KKK MAGA Republican. What? He's the flying monkey. I like the artwork. I like artwork. What is that video of this girl that y'all are posting? What? Who is that? Her daughter or something? Is he from the South? That would make more sense why he's racist. I didn't look nothing up of Bovino. Oh my god. 4 people like my shit already. 5. Ain't that so nice? So nice. That was Trump doing the fries when he worked at McDonald's. And now, since I've been at McDonald's, them fries taste nasty. Let's head to the last article with Bovino and the director, Todd Loines, having to go to court for beating everybody up. in Minnesota. Oh, hold on. Before we get on this article, I want to talk about that lady from Italy, the Prime Minister, Miss Maloney, Giorgia Maloney. Do I have a picture of her? Or do I have the article that I was reading of her where she said that Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize? And I have been told that some Italians, they like cuddle up to Nazis. They're Nazi sympathizers. They like Nazis. But it was just an article earlier that I was reading that they were talking about Trump taking ICE to Europe for the Winter Olympics. And so meanwhile, while Senora Maloney is saying, oh, Trump, you should get a Nobel Peace Prize, Trump is over here trying to figure out how he can get ICE in Italy and beat your Italian ass. Like, why are you wishing him well? He's really trying to figure out how to fuck you up. And they're like, no, he's not bringing ICE to Italy because he can't. But if he can figure out how, oh, yes, he will. He's not going to be, you could be sitting there, Trump, I said you need the Nobel Peace Prize. Please don't kill everybody. He's going to keep doing it. That man crazy. You're not American, damn it. He already went to Canada deporting Canadians. He tried to go to Mexico. But he ain't go to Mexico and deport Mexicans in Mexico. Go. I'm sure the cartel is waiting for you. I'm sure some people, they're going to turn their heads. And be like, what the Trump, what you doing out here? Oh, what ICE Trump doing out here? They're going to turn their heads. What? Like, damn, dude. Trump is a really insecure man to be going around trying to try his hardest to start a war with everyone. Maybe that's how some people just de-escalate. I read Miss Maloney completely wrong. Maybe that's how she de-escalates situations. For raping your ass to get beat? Man, Trump trying to figure out how he can take ICE around the world. And Italy is one of the places he's looking at. While you wishing for him to get a Nobel Peace Prize, he's wishing to beat your ass. Talk about you so pretty. Trump is narcissist. Oh my, he's a Machiavellian narcissist. So anyways, let's get on with some good news. Judge orders ICE chief to appear in court or risk contempt over denial of due process. You better not be fucking up in Minnesota. Minnesota gonna make you do some justice. You heard, right? Alright, Associated Press. Minneapolis, here's the judge. He's a good man. Why can't y'all have more good white men like this man that we finna talk about and Cassius Clay? Why y'all, everybody wanna aspire to be fucked up white men like Hitler and Trump? Why y'all can't be good and help your community out like JP Morgan? I don't give a fuck that you said my jacket looked like a carpet. It's comfortable. Anyway. The chief federal judge of Minnesota says that Trump's administration has failed to comply with orders of to hold hearings for detained immigrants and ordered that the head of ICE to appear before him Friday to explain why he shouldn't be held in contempt. You better come with it! Come with it! Come with it with that white people court! Ah! It's real justice! It's not funny. In an order dated Monday, Chief Judge Patrick J. Schultz said that Tom Loines, the director of ICE, so that means, you know, he's the head, must appear personally in court. Schultz took the administration task over in handling the bond of hearing the immigrants it has detained. This court has been extremely patient with respondents, even though the respondents decided to send thousands of agents to Minnesota to detain aliens without making any provision of dealing with the hundreds of habeas petitions and other lawsuits that were sure to result. Yeah, and you can, yeah, right. He's right. There's gonna be some more lawsuits with all this shit. The judge wrote. The order comes a day after FDT ordered border star Tom Homan to take his administration immigration crackdown in Minnesota following the second death this month of a person at the hands of immigration law enforcement. Well, agent, because that's not law enforcement. But anyways, Trump said that in an interview broadcast Tuesday that he had great calls with the Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and the Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey on Monday, mirroring comments that he made immediately after the calls. You know, he'd be making up stuff too. Making up wars, comments. But, you know, I would have to hear it from the other party. You really said that, did? Y'all was really talking about that? Well, anyways, for the people who are here, thanks for the views. Walz's office said Tuesday that the Democratic governor met with Homan and called the impartial investigation into the shooting involving federal officers. They agreed on the need to continue to talk, according to the governor. Stay up to date with the news. Oh yeah, so AP, Associated Press, is on WhatsApp. So they have a channel over there. That seems cool. I wonder if people are able to like send in, you know, information. But anyways, the White House had tried to blame Democratic leader for the protests of the federal officers conducting immigration raids. But after the killing of Alex Pretty and on Saturday and the video suggesting that he was not an active threat, the administration tapped Homan to take charge of Minnesota operation from Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino. Again, you're fired! You remember that was Trump's favorite word, you know? Remember that show? You're fired! You're just an apprentice! Everybody was watching that show because it was crazy. Immigration agents were active Tuesday across the Twin City region. And it was unclear if officials had changed tactics after the shift in tone from the White House. No, they're not. They're just getting worse. Now that Bovino is out and Tom Homan is the commander of ICE now, they are probably going to be doing worse things in the streets. And I don't even want to say it because I feel like that's giving people, I like to call them marauders, you know, like ICE, the marauders. It's giving Nazis worse ideas to do, but it's going to be worse. And so keep that in mind. I'm kind of wondering if people should do financial boycotts and don't protest for the safety of, don't be out there. If you're not out there, they can't hurt you. And everybody financially boycott. Like for real. Actually really boycott Tesla. Really boycott Amazon. Boycott the companies that fund Trump. Oh man, right now people are talking about those Republicans. They're actually down low. The Democrats that are actually down low Republicans. The ones who are voting to fund ICE, the Democrats. So making it look like Democrats are bad. But as I was saying to you a couple months ago, y'all probably don't remember. It's been like that for a while. My elders tell me, like for a long time, that some Republicans will go in as Democrats, masquerading as Democrats, but they'll vote, you know, continuously for Republican policies because they're actually Republicans. They be doing it to make Democrats look bad. They be doing it to keep things in favor of Republicans. And yeah, Republicans aren't Republicans anymore. And now that party is the KKK party. Let's take, if you don't stop and smoke your vitamins, you'll never get to. And I actually wasn't joking. Now they make vapes that have vitamins in it and caffeine in it that you can smoke, and I want to try some. I'm always smoking herbs. I'm a herber. Are you a herber? All right, let's wrap this up. Let's bring this on home. Let me see how long I've been live. Oh, I thought it would tell me. I do not understand how they're talking about the Texas governor, Greg Hot Wheels Abbott, is distancing himself from Republicans, but he's still over there doing racist shit, like banning HB1 visas and stuff like that, doing stuff that pleased Marco Rubio. Alright, so the streets appeared largely quiet in many South Minneapolis neighborhoods, where unmarked convoys and immigration agents have been sighted regularly in recent weeks, including the neighborhoods where the two deaths occurred. What the fuck? That's disgustingly sick. They re-patrolled after they killed the two people. They went back on those streets and re-patrolled it, which is it's a domination issue that those agents have in their mind, and Trump. And don't they say the killer always goes back to the scene of the crime? Yeah, they do. The killer always goes back to the scene of the crime because it's their consciousness that gets them. That's why they go back. And I've always think that's really weird. And they have a weird tie to the death scene, in my opinion. Studying like cases and stuff, but anyways, the streets appeared largely ghost. But Associated Press staff saw carloads of agents in near East Minneapolis, as well as the northern suburb of Little Canada. Schlitz ordered also follows a federal court hearing Monday on a request by the state and the mayors of Minneapolis and St. Paul for a judge to order the halt of immigration law enforcement surge, but really it's a purge. Y'all know what a purge is. Where they wrote God on their forehead, but they're fucked in their mind. They're just going around killing people. The Romans used to do it. In ancient Rome, they used to go around killing people. And they used to want to generally do it to which were dark-skinned people that lived below them. The judge said she would prioritize the ruling, but did not give a time limit for a decision. Well, then, that's bullshit, ain't it? If you ain't giving a timeline. Schultz wrote the recognizing order of the head of the federal agency to appear personally is extraordinary, which is like one of my favorite songs from Taylor Swift. But the extent of ICE violation of court orders is likewise extraordinary, and lesser measure have been tried and failed, he said. Yeah, I wish people would just talk in layman's terms, but we tried to get these motherfuckers to do right, but they don't want to do right. So we're going to have to bring them to justice and make them do right. Respondents have continually assured that that they recognize their obligation to comply with court orders. They don't even understand court orders. They're supposed to be locked up. Like yesterday. And that they have taken the steps to ensure that those orders will be honored going forward. Okay, if you haven't done it, you ain't finna do it. It's called manipulation and lies. He wrote, unfortunately, though, the violations continue. Just like he said, they're going to keep continuing. Associated Press left messages Tuesday with ICE and DHS spokespersons seeking a response. The order list of the petitioner by first name and last name It says that the court granted the petition on January 14th to provide him with a bond, Juan TR. Hearing within 7 days, and January 23rd, his lawyer told the court that the petitioner was still detained. Court documents show that the petitioner is a citizen of Ecuador who came to the United States around 1990. So he's been naturalized and he is a correct U.S. citizen. He is here correctly. I'm tired of everyone talking about trying to give the wolf or give the beast the benefit of the doubt. Well, yes, you're supposed to be getting bad people. Yeah. They're not getting bad people, period. 97 of the people that they get are innocent. That's why they're not doing due process. Because if they did court right, those people would be getting their cases dismissed. These motherfuckers trying to detain and deport Native Americans with a fucking tribal card and shit. Like, everybody shut up, kiss my ass. It's racist shit. It's control. Everybody talk about it's for gas and natural resources. Well, bitch, yeah. Money give them power. It's control. The same shit they did in the past, they do today. If you learned your history right, it would everything would make sense. And why they keep burning down black towns like they burnt down Egypt. We need to go ahead and talk about that. Then they're gonna be like the aliens made the pyramids. Did you mean the black people in Egypt? The multicolored people that was in Egypt? I think the aliens made Stonehenge. I think the aliens made white people. Because why is you the only one who's out of balance with harmony with the rest of these humans on this earth? They not the Neanderthals. These Cro-Mags killed the Neanderthals. Wake up, folks. Talking about woke. Well, woke your ass up. Why you woke and your eyes was closed, but they was straight open? The order says Schlitz will cancel Lyons' appearance if the petitioner is released from custody. And of course, he's not going to be released from custody. So Lyons needs to show up. And he's not going to show up. So what they going to do? Go get him? You supposed to go get him. They would have came and got me. They'd be like, where this girl at? We see her on the freaking social media. Catalini reported that Trenton, New Jersey, Associated Press writer Tim Sullivan and Minneapolis contributed to this report. This story has been corrected to show the correction of a name. I don't think I want to go.
Village Thursday, a video streamed live to Facebook near the discount mall on 26th and Whipple appears to show protesters and CBP agents clashing. Bovino is there on video and in uniform. He pulls out a canister of tear gas and tosses it into a crowd. He reaches for what looks like another canister on his belt. Plaintiffs argue that Bovino, quote, was apparently the first federal agent to throw a tear gas canister into the crowd, that he, quote, did not give any audible warnings, as he's mandated to do. They also allege the crowd was, quote, not being violent or committing any crimes when this happened. Bovino claimed he had been hit in the head with something thrown by someone in the crowd. Court documents also claim a federal officer shot a man in the neck with a pepper ball from close range. They share this photo, a screenshot from that moment.
Never thought this would happen in my neighborhood.
Then this weekend in Old Irving Park, plaintiffs say, quote, federal agents unleashed violence, tackling at least 3 people, including a man believed to be 70 years old. This escalation happened while we're told kids were getting ready for a Halloween parade. Both incidents, they say, violate a judge's order to only use force in dangerous situations.
If there's a real threat at stake, the government still can use these weapons, but they're not hamstrung.
Okay, I just want to pause right there. That's exactly the type of talking that I'm talking about. And it's just subtle when they're like, when they say, if there's something that's supposed to be happening. But we need to go ahead and just nip this problem in the bud. First of all, these people are being peaceful. They're not doing anything to you. And you clonk them in the head with grenades. All right? Nobody did anything to you. There was no reason to use excessive force. I don't know why you act like you an American. You going around here beating up other Americans. Like, they're showing you proof with these pictures and these bus mitts up in their necks. But that's kind of like, I just wish that people would be more stern. Don't even start the conversation. Well, if you're gonna get bad people, psh, f this. You're not getting bad people. Let's start it off like that. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you know it. But nothing against anybody. It's just I notice that we have to pay attention to what we say, even the little things, because sometimes sometimes we passively let it carry on.
To do so, but there has to be a real threat.
Alexa Brunt is the director of the Illinois office of the MacArthur Justice
Be harsh. You're not being mean. There's supposed to be a real threat, period. You're not supposed to be busting folks up.
Center.
It's really unusual to have those kinds of acts caught on video. So the fact that he'll be testifying in court and likely asked about his direct involvement in this kind of conduct is incredibly unusual.
Another element we can expect to hear about tomorrow, the use of body cameras. This has come up before where we learned that CBP agents all have body-worn cameras, but it's not clear if anybody or Judge Sarah Ellis in this case has been able to see any of that video. We expect to learn more in just about 12 hours or so. Live in the loop, Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Chicago.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Serious matters.
Yeah, if you're going to have body cameras, you actually have to have the body cameras, though. You can't be showing up with no damn body cameras. And now you're like, oh, we had body cameras. Is that why you out there hitting everybody else with a camera? Well, I'll put that video later. I will see y'all, and they are impeaching Kristi Noem. Dang, she's still deploying people and agents and shit while your ass is getting impeached. Don't you think you need to sit? Y'all, some of them need to sit down. If you skip due process coming in, you shouldn't get it going out. Man, people like that with that's exactly that racist shit that I'm talking about. I just feel like we need to deport racist Europeans back to England or Europe or whatever your forefathers and forefathers and forefathers before came from. Deport me? Oh, we deport me back to Georgia. We just deport me right back to Georgia. Have be kicking and screaming the whole way. But I just hate people, instead of pushing their logic, they have dogmas and they're pushing their racism and their bigotry. Because I always like to remind people all the time, how did people like Stone Cold, this person right here, not the real Stone Cold Austin, because I'm sure he's going to be cool. Maybe not, but he probably is. But I don't even want to read that insult over again. If you skip due process, you shouldn't get it going out. Like, first of all, the person that we were just talking about within the article, the gentleman Juan, he didn't skip due process coming in. He came in and did the process right. So that's what I'm talking about with some of y'all dumbasses. Like, majority of the people, 97% of the people, and that's a damn statistic. Don't y'all love statistics? Only when it's in your favor, right? But 97% of the people that they're getting are legal U.S. citizens. And this is what pisses me off. The people, everyone who's talking shit, who isn't, what is the word that I want to say? They are for the way that ICE is killing people, because this is a purge. It's not any type of deportation. It's some type of killing, whether they're going to throw you in another country and they figure you're going to die from exposure. And one girl who lives in Mexico told me that, like, as I was listening to her, most of the people that they're deporting from the U.S. are kids. People who are really defenseless than someone who's older. But this is just what pisses me off, is that your ancestors, I'm sure this person is the grandchild. What I'm trying to say, let me just sum it up. He's the grandchild of an immigrant. I hear that all the time in the South. My grandfather came from Germany. My grandfather came from Ireland. My grandfather came here from Sweden. And I never talk about my blood. I be quiet. My grandpa came from here. Whoo! Oh, black people supposed to be from Africa. Let's not even get started. Let's not even get started. Why do you think Columbus and all these racist people were coming to America slaughtering natives? Because majority of them were black people. Use common sense. I don't give a fuck that you ain't got it. Use it. That's how you get it. I need to report his name. I need to report this asshole. But I don't. I just go ahead and keep going. Sometimes I talk shit and say something underneath, and then you can see what I like about Newsbreak is it will say deleted account. You can see what the person said. They be leaving it up there. Yeah. What's this? Oh, hold on. Let me just say something, okay? Honey, you don't give a fuck about due process. Shut your ass up. You voted for a felon and a serious, and then you got a demon wrapped up in a Bible verse right there with Mike Grinder Johnson. And every time I say Mike Grinder Johnson, somebody get mad. I don't know why you got mad. Just because he's Mike Grinder Johnson. Oh, man. Clinton coming out talking about how the fucked up shit Trump did. They all telling on each other. What the fuck? I think that's funny, though. For everyone saying that ICE agents are just doing their jobs. So we're German soldiers loading people onto trains. Yes, it's the same Holocaust shit. That's exactly it. And then just don't understand how they're justifying this shit in their minds and their brains. And then the Latinos, the Mexicans, the South Americans, the Venezuelans, the Colombians, the people that they are targeting all have indigenous blood to America. So it's complete bullshit. It's like, what are you doing? And then they're not indigenous to America. Like, this is like, it's crazy. I don't understand why they starting fights. And then you got other white people who got Clash Clay vibes. They're like, quit starting these fights, man. Y'all making white people look bad. And then they just keep, they keep, see Trump? See, they keep doing that shit. They keep doing that racist shit, man. Gotta leave him behind. Play some more, play some smooth music. I don't want y'all get scared. We gotta leave him behind. You're making me broke like you, sir. They trying to make you broke. They trying to make broke. I knew I had seen it before. Oh my god! And that's who I was talking about. That's his niece that he was raping, Hitler. Y'all need to look that shit up. Y'all don't look up nothing. Y'all be looking up all the wrong stories. Y'all be looking up fictional stories. I was eating popcorn, looking up documentaries, watching real people ass stories. That man, Elizabeth Bathory. Fast with that. He's so what? He go down to you in your period. That man, that was his niece. And that's who he tried to marry her. She had committed suicide to get away from him. She felt that it was incest. She felt it was wrong. She also had other good memories with her uncle as well. But yeah, he loved her a bit way too much, way too far than an uncle should. Just goes to show it was staged and he was sending a message. Oh man. If it was subconscious or conscious, like on purpose or not. Like sometimes I be wondering, is that Hitler reincarnated? Their birthdays was close. I think he passed around my birthday though. When he passed? Hold on, I want to look it up. When Hitler passed? Oh, they don't know when he passed because it's supposed to be a mystery. They said the aliens took him. That's why y'all be listening to white people lies. Talking about the aliens did this, the aliens did that. The aliens ain't even touched down yet, bitch. Like, shut up. They're not even touched down. Oh my god, this is a good one, man. That was really good. That was really good with it. That was really good. Matthew? That's Mateo right there. ICE, American Gestapo. It is. We trying to tell y'all. Y'all won't hear nothing. We trying to, don't call my country right now. It's fucked up. Kristi Noem, Homeland Security admitted under oath that Republicans voted to allow J6 rioters to serve in ICE roles including the ones who assaulted police officers during the attack, explains a lot why ICE officers are wearing masks and refusing to show ID. You know, that's pissing a lot of people off. And I mean, that's true. Why you can't show your face? And stop this shit right now. So if other people show up, what if the Black Panthers show up and hide their face? You know, they're gonna be like, we need to see your face. No, it's dark, bitch. We're gonna see it anyway. I'm not talking about ICE. I'm talking about like what happens if like some vigilantes that oppose this gang, the new gang of ICE, you know, what if they decide to hide their identities and wear masks like Batman? Since you gonna be Joker, motherfucker over here gonna be Robin, you know? But they want to rob ICE and give it to the hood and help them out, you know, like Robin Hood or something like that. You're gonna have people like that. You already do. You already have people who are outside on their lawn with their guns wanting to help their community and not help their community in the same way that ICE is trying to help the community, because that's not help. You killing everybody. You crazy, girl. She crazy. And then she up there, she having meeting. Did you know that she having meetings with Trump right now for hours long? And then when they come out, they're like, what you talk about? She's like, not like what you talk about, girl? They ain't got nothing, no papers, no lies together about what they was in there talking about. MAGA Frida. Trump tell me everything to do, MAGA Frida. What is this? I like anything that's anti-Trump. That's offensive. That's offensive. That's offensive. Oh, what? I ain't seen nothing about the Starbucks cups. Oh, this freedom of speech, man. You doing high Hitlers? Dude, anyone who does some high Hitler shit, I'm like, you better stay away from that biggest retard in the universe. Because like I was saying, and y'all can go ahead and spread it today, spread it around the world. Anyone who has a positive outlook on Hitler must be a dumbass, because that's the number one dude in this universe who hated himself. He was born a Jew, his mother was a Jew, therefore he was born a Jew. Okay, I don't care that he converted to Catholicism later in his life. He was still born a Jew. He had brown hair, brown eyes, and he's killing people who look just like him. And then, when it was time for him to go out, he took himself out too. So some people, we gotta be careful out here. Some people have death wishes, and they really don't like themselves that bad. So they go take out other people who look like them. Because Trump took out 2 whiteys. Alright? Alex and Renee. And then they take themselves out, alright? And y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all need to get J6 mad. Y'all need to get J6 mad. That's so nice. People who use AI for nice things. What the fuck? Why they say your mama? They be arguing in the comments, man. Remember the people that said you're in a cult? Believe 15 million people appeared out of nowhere to vote and then disappeared. I don't understand that, man. Trump is a domestic terrorist. Of course I'm not like that. You may not be able to fix stupid, but the MAGA hat sure makes it much easier to identify. Oh my god, I don't like those. Oh! They got a new... That's our national bird. That's our new national bird in America. So they got a new... I like that one. It's an FDT. That's nice. And they did that on TikTok. Because you know Trump on TikTok? Fuck ICE, fuck MAGA. That's nice. And then they got, you know, that's all right. That make the flag better. Abolish ICE. They're gonna have to abolish ICE, man. I'm deeply sorry that your feelings are hurt. I'm deeply sorry that your feelings is gonna be hurt when Trump gonna have to go down like Hitler. He's actually gonna have to do his crimes. You're not gonna be able to run away. Oh, that's what y'all doing. That's what you did. Talk about Jesus had blonde hair, blue eye. No, the fuck he did. Why would you be beating up a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man? Get him. Stop it. Don't you ever tell me no more lies. Just stop with the lies. Hush your mouth. Racist MAGA. Hush it. Hush. Just when Christy Nome, I swear to God, it will work. If the whole when Christy Nome get on the podium and if everybody goes shh, all the reporters, everybody shh when she start lying, be like shh, hush, shh. She will be quiet. Watch. Do it to Trump. Be like shh, shh. We used to do it in school. It's funny. It is really funny. Be like shh. And he will stop. As soon as he start lying, be like, I did 8 war. Shh. Shh. He will stop. That's what y'all did, man. And then y'all be like, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But you arrested Jesus. So you don't deserve no more tacos. You should be eating tacos, Trump. You should not eat no more corn. Nothing with corn in it. No cornbread, nothing. I just don't understand these people. And these racist people, they really have the balls to go out there and get some tacos. And then they come to me like, oh, I just love Mexican food. What the fuck? You know, you're not going to get none of that if you keep deporting folks. Wrongfully. Oh, I like that. I didn't like that yet. I want to like it. Jesus stayed in his region. Shut the fuck up, man. That's why he posted it. So the MAGAs could get mad. Like this. Yeah, Greg Bovino, he said all that crazy shit. And then the next day, that's why America, they rub that shit in your face and you fired! America rub that shit in your face. Remember when Trump used to rub that shit in your face? I want to look. Okay, I'll be fair and show you the dumb shit that MAG is posting. I don't always read something mind-numbing stupid, but when I do, it's always from a Republican. Oh! You think I was gonna go down like that? Hell nah. Vote down your shit and I'll report you. Because you know they reporting me. But I don't have time. Democrats. And I'm not no fake Democrat. You know how you got some fake Democrats that's voting for Trump to fund ICE? That's the fake Democrat. There you go. That's the down low Republican. To be an ICE agent where you're too scared to join the army and too dumb to be a cop. I like it. MAGA is proof that we need to invest in a lot more education. Yeah. That's a good one, too. I like that. And then they made it red so the MAGAs could like it, too, because they just like anything red. It make them think they Native American. Why they killing and deporting Native Americans. It's the biggest bigotry in the world. They started it off like 1,000 years ago, I swear. Shit, I feel like the first account was the whitewashing of Egypt with Cleopatra. But anyways. Finally, we are getting violent criminals off the street and into uniform. Oh, shit. If people be catching what that man be saying. I like that, too. You know, anyone who looks like demon rats, they look like it look like yo ass Republicans or Republican dicks. Republican dicks. All right, there we go. Don't give a fuck. What is this? The only thing that has gotten worse under Trump's second term is the Democrats' behavior. I know, like some people ready to punch y'all in the face because y'all just so disrespectful, Republicans. These KKK MAGA white nationalist Republicans, where hypocrite Republicans, where you're the great grandchild of an immigrant, and you're not kicking really immigrants out in my eyes. You're kicking Native Americans out from the upper part of the region of their land. That's why it's like more. I feel like more of the Latinos need to be hollering that shit. Like, you know, some of them have 100% indigenous blood, and then ICE gonna be over here like mopping your ass up on your own land. And then they're like, we do this, we conquer, bitch. You over here calling everybody a rat? I think that's y'all asses, because that seemed like some rat mole man city type shit. The mole city. The mole man. What's this? I'm tired of pro-Trump shit. Sometimes I feel down, but then I remember I could have been born with an IQ low enough to think Trump is an awesome president. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let me like some cheer me up. Hate motivated murders. That's ICE. Private detention is paid for with tax dollars. What? That's why people are saying we might have to stop paying taxes and bitch at the governor to stop pulling FICA out our checks and let everybody keep their full check. But then, you know, what's the retirement plan going to be offered for you later? Y'all don't listen to that shit talking about Elon, the worst fucking. I don't give a fuck just because he's got a bunch of borrowed money right now. And y'all need to wait till he becomes a trillionaire first. But like, that he got loan money and shit. You got loan money. Why you need loans if you finna be a trillionaire? You got so much money. Why don't you just supply yourself? JP Morgan don't get loans. He get loans. That's what I'm talking about. What's his name? Elon, he not that rich. Why the fuck you getting a loan? You can't pull some money aside and take it out and supply yourself? I thought you had money. Y'all be falling for the okie doke. All his money go to ketamine, dude. When you have a drug addiction like that, you don't have it. Yeah, that loan money was for his K-holes. Because that loan money was really supposed to go for his SpaceX business. That loan money that Elon just got. That's supposed to go to SpaceX, and he's supposed to be expected to multiply it and pay that loan money back. He ain't gonna pay back, though. He's gonna be like, the white people will forgive me. That's what he do. But, hey, man, maybe they might not be in a mode of forgiving. Then they're going to repossess what they own. What they own. Like people said the first time, you really ain't doing nothing till you own. Ain't that the way it is? You ain't doing nothing until you own it. Then you start calling the shots. Private detention is paid for with tax dollars. Every detainee turns into daily profit. Yeah, because that's money that they pull from the government to say we need this to supply us, with housing these people. Paid per detainee per day. Funded by federal tax dollars. If they get their funding cut off, then when they're holding people, it will cost them money rather than them able to get money from the government. It's like another business like prison. These detention centers, these ICE detention centers. Longer stay equals more profit. Money that they ask from the government and the government gives to them. Deportation, one-time cost. Yeah, so I get what they're saying. They're really not deporting anybody because that's less money and it costs. They make more to hold you in these detaining centers. Detaining residents, reoccurring revenue. This is not about safety. This is about turning tax dollar residents into billable bodies. Catching anyone that they can. Like you're a battery. But you make money. Well, you see all them people in there? They'll bust out. And start beating nice ass. They already beat nice ass. Don't y'all see Vance on the news talk about quit beating nice ass? Well, you ain't gonna quit beating Americans' ass. So ain't nobody finna fall for that manipulation. This face. I saw that face earlier. I was scared. I thought it was something from that one movie. With David Bowie in it, The Labyrinth. You had The Labyrinth on my phone. The face you have when you've been doing evil the whole time, the whole rotten life. Oh shit, man. It's just crazy. What is this? The MAGA effect. Man, Caroline Levitt looked better before the plastic surgery. That's not Chrissy known before plastic surgery. She just had a haircut. I don't understand why they hate Latinos and why they hate black people and they don't like black culture and hip hop and black church. But why is y'all getting Botox in your lips? Why don't y'all embrace your Skinty lips. Who the fuck is this? Who, can y'all tell me who that is? Who is that? I don't even know who some of these people are. She look crazy. Girl, you look crazy as fuck. Both of y'all. But I was thinking about, you know, the lady in the red. Lady in red. Your shit look crazy. All of them look crazy. Why is y'all getting facial modification? They gonna talk about me because I got a lip piercing. You know what I'm saying? You gonna talk about my homeboys who got horns out they head, foreheads and shit. You gonna talk about the punks with the rooster hairstyles and shit. But then what about these people who are modifying their face to look like complete freaks? And then you got people, you know, who really are freaks. And then you got these people who keep modifying. It reminds me of the Q. Like, you keep modifying your shit. Man, listen to those people who tell you just be okay with the way that you look. Hey, demon rats. I ain't finna read that. Shut up. Hold up. A Republican line. I don't even. As soon as they begin with demon rats, ain't nobody even gonna get tricked to start reading your shit. All right, just wanna make sure it's there. Look really good. There's pretty, you know, flowing American flag. They like that shit. Some people don't like that fucking shit. Oh, I like that. The anti-Nazi. That's cool, Lance. GOP. What? They Nazi? They finna come out. They already came out with songs. Yo, if that could be how Kanye could rectify himself. If he did a turnaround in his music and, you know, and he said, fuck GOP Nazi, actually I changed my mind and shit, they would be like, oh shit, he came back. I swear to God, they would. He talking to me. That's all you gotta do with these people. If you just say, you know what, I fucked up and I apologize, and here's a song, fuck these Nazis. What? Fuck it. Fuck it. Watch it. He'll make remixes. The GOP not even trying to hide it anymore. Fascist movement rise. When a group begins to lose power and then they decide that democratic institution and the rule of law and the basic human decency are worth sacrificing in order to maintain control, they're about to lose it. What was that about Christy? Mm-hmm. The notion that Donald Trump claims that is somehow making the country safer is absurd. It's making the country more dangerous. The domestic terrorists are ICE. And Christy, no. No. Because I think she in the office sucking Trump dick. I swear to God. The blah, 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 you know, blah, blah your ass, bitch. And you keep loving Trump while he keep robbing your dumb ass. No amount of evidence will persuade an idiot. We need to quit talking to him. Shut him. Leave him behind. No child left behind. But we had to leave the maggots. In case you were wondering, this is what domestic terrorist looks like. Yeah, and then you wearing that cowboy hat. Like, you fucked up. You take... Shouldn't be wearing that cowboy hat. Actually, wasn't it Cowboys and Engines? When the Cowboys was killing the engines? I don't know. Enlighten me. Let me know. Let me know. Known faces impeachment and resignation calls after Trump defends her. Abolish ICE. I don't know how y'all make these memes. Some people are really talented. What is this? Like that one meme that we had just learned? Really, for them, they don't really want to deport you. They want to lock you up and do some more prison shit to your ass without due process. USA Touch News. To all ICE agents, when Trump's gone, so are your jobs and immunity. But we won't forgive and we won't forget. Yeah. I don't know why they keep going. They act like it's going to be a one world order. Nah. Like over there with Putin, you know, how he was attacking his people, which is unfortunate. And they was, you know, they was beating his ass, his little green man ass back. But it's not going to be the same in another country. Alright, you guys. Enjoy yourself. Smoke one. I see you in the next video.